Hi, this is Paul from Meet the Coffee. I just wanted to do a very quick video about the JX Pro, the grind settings and the relationship between the 0 point and the actual zero on the grind adjustment dial. Those two things are very different things. Now, this is kind of a basics thing for people who don't really understand those two things. So if anybody is watching this and they're kind of saying, okay, we know that already, this is not really for you guys. This is really for people who just simply don't understand that. And you know, there is quite a few people. I was like that when I very first started. I just wasn't sure, you know, how to adjust the grind settings. It was kind of confusing at first, but once you know a few things, it's actually quite simple. Now, the 0 point, when you get your grinder from 1Zpresso, when you first take it out of the box, it will be set to 0 point in the factory, and that's basically when your burrs are fully closed. When they're like this, they're fully closed. That's 0 point. You can't close those burrs any further. It's not possible. That's if you try to do that, they would be touching, and you would kind of lock up. You'd lock the grinder up, and the burrs would lock up, and you would kind of damage them. So don't do that. Okay, the 0 number. This is how you start. Once your burrs are fully closed, it's 0 point. And if you've got your number, it's 0. You count counterclockwise to open the burrs. Okay, so you need to open counterclockwise to open them. All right, and you can kind of see how they've opened a little bit there because you are opening the burrs. Okay, so counterclockwise to open, obviously clockwise to close them. Right, now let me just quickly go back to 0 for that. Okay, so that is closed. So you start like this. Okay, the grind reference chart is just a reference. It's not 100% accurate. So this is just to give you a starting point. And the numbers at the top of the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the grind reference chart relate to full rotations. So you've got a possibility of 5 full rotations that covers from Turkish, espresso, AeroPress, mocha pot, drip coffee, siphon, pour over and French press. All of those grind sizes will get more coarse the more you open. They will get more fine the more you close if you're already open. Right, now let's start off from 0 with our grinder at 0 point fully closed. If you want to grind for espresso, the grind settings that 1Zpresso recommend are from 0.8 to 12. Now 0.8, if you open your grind adjustment to the number 8, okay, that's the start of the espresso grind range. It's 2 numbers short of 0, and that's 1 full rotation. That is also 10 numbers. So think about that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back to 0. That's the number 10. So from there, if you want 12 for espresso, you just continue 1 and then 2. That's the start of your espresso grind range. Now you can see the burrs are open, but they only open a little bit for fine grind. Okay, now, so you want to maybe grind for mocha pot. Now they recommend on the grind chart that that's 24 to 30. So if you're already on 12, you want to continue around to the 0. Okay, that's 20 because it's 2 full rotations of 10 numbers. So it's the number 20. Then you want to continue to the 4. Okay, now you can see that's open a lot more. Okay, if that's not good enough for you, that grind size is a little bit fine, and you've got your grind range for the mocha pot. You've got another 6 numbers between there and the 0 again for 30. So you've got all of that grind range in between there with all of those fine adjustments if you want to use that for your mocha pot or AeroPress or drip. All of those things are useful. So that's round to 30 now. Okay, now siphon or pour over, they recommend 32 to 44, I believe. So you want to go round to the 2, that's 32. So that's the start. And then again, you've got all of that go around to 0 again. Okay, so you're round to 0 again, that's 30. And then, sorry, 40, sorry. And then you've got, again, up to the number 4. Okay, that's all of your siphon and pour over grind range at that point. Okay, after that, you've got, you've got your French press, which is from the 42, go back to the 2, okay? And then you've got up to 50. So back to your 2 is your 42, and then all the way around to the 0 again. That's 50. That's as far as it's going to go. That's at its most coarse setting, and look how big that is. Yeah? So if you want to go back, I would suggest if you want to go back to the start to kind of do that again, instead of getting confused about numbers going back, just close it. Just close it all the way again. You need to clockwise close it all of the way. Okay, now that's getting tight, so just be careful when you get to that point that you don't over tighten it. Right, 0. Your burrs are closed, they're at 0 point, and you're on the 0 number. And now that's ready to go again for whatever grind size you want to adjust it for. And that's basically it actually. So one full rotation is equal to 10 numbers. So you've got the equivalent of 5 there for all of your grind range. And it's as simple as that really. But every time you clean your grinder, you will have to calibrate it back to 0. So just bear that in mind. And it's not so difficult to do that, to get it back to 0. 0 point, burrs fully closed, 0 number. Just keep turning it until you get it to that. There is some ways of doing that. If you find that your adjustment dial isn't landing on 0, don't worry about that. Just use whatever number is there, like it's your 0. You can do that. But there is ways, to get the 0 number there if you really want to know about that. I'll do another video later about that, how to actually move the burrs to bring that in line. And it's as simple as that. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful to anybody who just really is a bit confused about that. Use this video and it's easy. So anyway, thank you for watching, and stay safe and stay well. There's also another way of doing this. I've opened my burrs quite a lot. You can see they're open, they can move, okay? However, my number is on 2. So what I'll do, I'll see what number I get when I close them, like that, okay? So I'm on nearly 8, and those are closed. So I'll open a little bit, okay? And see, if I move the burrs with my finger, open a little bit more, I can move that around like that, okay? And I can also, let's just open that a bit more, I can also, there, see, like that. I can also use this. So if I move a little bit to the right and then close, see, you can do it that way also.